Back again with the Spitballin Podcast, and as you can see, we're in a different location. We're remote podcast, and I hit up my guy Louis, New Breed Fitness at
Yes,
New Breed Fitness, if he wanted to be on the pod, and like a good person that he is, he told me I didn't have to ask him twice. He told me yes, when and where, and I told him I think it'll be a good idea if we do it in your gym, and boom, boom, boom. One thing led to another, and it was probably like 5 days, and boom, he's here. Welcome to the Spitballin Podcast, dog.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Shout out Chris. Shout out to Spitballin Podcast. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity, and yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I was really excited when you hit me up.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
Hell yeah. And just so you guys know, my 4 fans that I got, we're long lost brothers, man. Yeah. Me and my guy right here, we look like Indian brothers. We look like we own a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
How many times have you got that, fool?
Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, my whole life, I could say like over 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like when I'm assuming that they've started, because I feel like you look more Indian than me.
Yeah.
And they do it to me where they start talking to me.
Yeah, in Indian.
They think I'm Punjabi. You get
I
Punjabi?
get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like the red dot one.
Yeah. They think I'm Punjabi.
Yeah.
Or Arab or something
Yeah.
like that, and I'm like,
No.
nah, man, I'm
Mexican.
purebred
Purebred Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah, and they get hella disappointed.
Yeah.
They get hella disappointed.
Bro, they do.
Yeah.
You tell them that shit, they're like, all
Yeah.
right, man.
All right. Yeah. I guess I can't invite you to the party.
Bro, one time I had a fucking a dude at In-N-Out
Yeah.
start talking to me in their language, and then like I'm like, brother, I don't speak that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he starts talking to me in English, and then calling his what I found out, his daughter, to like come, and I was like, bro, like, nah, like I got a chick, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, and plus I'm Mexican. He's like, oh, once I said I'm Mexican,
He's like,
he gave me I was on the line for In-N-Out. He's like, go buy yourself something. And I was like, all right.
oh, wow.
You know? But that was one of the crazier things. But
Yeah.
obviously at 7-Eleven, they always give me the
head nod.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
You get that a lot too.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you look way more Indian than me though.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, for sure.
When I first met you, with my cousin's crew, I was like, bro, this fool's Indian.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the first thing people assume, yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing when you meet me, that's the first thing. Oh, you're Indian. Like,
yeah.
I never get Mexican. I never get anything else but Indian. That's the first thing people assume.
Yeah, I mean,
Everywhere.
they're not wrong.
No, yeah.
Are your parents like look Indian or?
I would say my dad. Yeah, my
Oh,
dad
yeah?
looks. He has like some features. He's dark. He's like Mexican, but he's dark. You know, he has those like the dark skin.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have like a Indian nose. Like I feel like I got like.
Yeah, we got the Indian
the
nose.
Indian nose for sure.
We also got the little black right here.
Yeah, I think that's from staying up late.
But they have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. When I first spoke to you, I'm pretty sure people who are listening to this like they're surprised to not hear an accent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the homie, he's Mexican, man.
Yeah.
He's Mexican,
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah. No
Speak,
accent.
hey, speak to them in Spanish, dog, so they know.
Hola, hola, mi raza, ¿cómo están?
You hear that shit? That shit is purebred fucking accent right there. That
Yes.
ain't no fake ass Mexican. That homegirl laughing over there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, dog. I wanted to bring you on because so I don't know if you've listened to my podcast, but my whole thing is like I don't want to just be a part of like one world, you know,
Yeah.
like just one. Like when I first started doing music, you know, like I love the music, but I want to do other shit too. You know,
Yeah.
I've had a correctional officer, had a lot of musicians. I had people behind the camera. Shout out to my people, directed by Miguel. You know Miguel.
Yes, sir.
Alex and EDG. I've had who else have I had? I've had my friends on there who know about UFC, but when I would see you, I'm like, let's see if he's down
Yeah.
to be on the pod.
Okay.
You know, so I want to bring you in because I feel like you're really like super into fitness. What was that all about? Like, how did that start?
All right. So this started when I was about in the 12 years old, in the 6th grade. I was like coming back from Georgia. I lived in Georgia for a year in the 6th grade, and I wasn't really doing anything. I was just like, you know, just going through the motions, you would say, and just like going to school. And then when I came back,
Well, yeah, 6th grade, you gotta go through the motions.
yeah, you just gotta go through the motions. Yeah.
Like,
And when I came back from Georgia, I only lived there for a year with my pops, and then I came back, and then in the 7th grade, they had us run that mile test, right? And I felt like
I remember
shit.
that.
I felt like shit. Like I was throwing up. I was like, damn, like I'm about to pass out. You know?
Yeah.
I just felt like really bad, you know?
Yeah.
With myself, and I think it's because that year I was in Georgia, I was eating bad. I was eating a lot of fat food, fried.
Well, it's the
I
South.
was in the South. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. So I felt it when I came back, and I was in Cali, and I tried to run that mile, and I just didn't like how I felt after, pretty much. And then that's how it started, really. Right then and there, I was like, all right, I'm gonna start running, and I just would run every night, and then I would get like dumbbells and then run with them. I run laps, drop a dumbbell. I'd do one lap with the dumbbell, then drop it, and then I would do like that. And then honestly, that was like my first time like using weights too, like with the dumbbells.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing, but I just felt like it felt right, you know, like
While running with them?
Yeah, running with them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a homie who, he was skinny like me, but this motherfucker during the summer, shout out Fernando, he would walk around with no shirt with dumbbells, just walk, like, during the summer, like, just walk around the block with them.
Yeah, just holding them.
Just holding them.
Yeah.
And, like, he was skinny, but he was, like, kind of ripped, you know? But you wouldn't see him, like, do no curls, just walk around with them.
Yeah.
You know?
You can get strong like that because it's like a farmer carry. Like, as I grew up, I understood that that's a foundational movement in exercise, the carry. And you're working out your traps, your triceps, your core.
Yeah, because just by holding, right, I mean, you're going to get fatigued at one point, right?
Correct, yeah.
Even though it could be the lightest weight. I remember I was watching Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video where Mr. Beast tells Bradley Martin, I know you know who that is.
Yes.
He's like, I'll give you, for every pull-up, for every curl you do with the 5-pounder, he said, I'll give you so-and-so money. But I forgot how, I don't know if they went with it, but he's like, no, after a while, like, it doesn't matter if it's 5, like, your muscles are going to start to get
Fatigue.
Yeah, because of that, you know?
And you won't be able to do the weight, yeah.
Yeah, it could be really light, but it doesn't matter just from doing that movement. You know what I'm saying?
100%, yeah.
So, from 6th grade, that's where you started saying, like, I want to get into fitness?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it started then, like the foundations. And then I would started running a lot. It started with running. I liked running. And then my brother did wrestling. And then when he did that, I was like playing soccer, you know, just as a kid, like, you know what kids do, playing soccer with the homies, you know, little cascarita right there in middle school, you know, in the asphalt. Yeah. So I was doing that. And
he's Mexican. He knows cascarita.
Yes. and then after that, my brother was like playing, or he was wrestling, not playing. He was wrestling, and I was like, I was like, what's that about, you know?
Yeah.
I would see him do it, and I'm like, all right, that looks interesting, you know?
Yeah.
I like things that are a challenge, so I tried that.
Yeah.
And then I got addicted. Like, I did it in the 7th grade.
Wrestling?
Yeah, I did wrestling,
shit.
yeah.
How long you do that for?
6 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could take somebody down and shit.
Yes, yeah. I don't really, like, talk about it, but, yeah, I know how to grapple, and I do that stuff, too, as well as, like, the boxing, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's my first actual, like, discipline. Was
wrestling.
Was wrestling.
So from what age to what age?
From, I would say, 13 till, like, 18.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, all
so
of
you
high
did
school.
it for a long time.
All of high school and, like all of middle school. Yeah, 7th to 8th grade.
Did you win anything, like, significant on there, or?
Honestly, no, because I didn't make grades. I was really bad with grades, but my coach would always have me wrestle because he knew I was a good part of the team, and I was helping the team get better. So he would just make me go to practice, and I was like, wait, like, I had shitty grades because, like, I was a bad student. Like, I ditched, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
What school you go to?
I went to Bloomington High School. Shout out, Bloomington.
Shout out. Oh, shit. You're IE raised.
Yes, IE raised.
Oh,
yep.
shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and
I went to Purdue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Shout out IE.
Shout out to IE, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Inland Empire.
Yes,
shit.
sir. Yeah, so I did that when in high school, and that made me like tough. I felt like wrestling really gave me discipline, And once you do wrestling, this is a famous quote by Dan Gable. It said, once you do wrestling, everything else in life is easier. So I just felt like after that, everything was easier, and it really was.
Yeah, because if you, I'm an MMA fan, and I've seen like some of their like, let's say fighters YouTubes and stuff like that, and like they do some wrestling drills, and I'm just like, damn, that shit's like not. It's not like soccer, you know. Like,
Yeah,
it looks pretty tough.
it's intense.
You
It's
know?
really intense. Actually, I would say it's one of the most intense sports you could ever do. Like physically, mentally, it's draining, but it's a lot of benefits too. You know.
What's the biggest benefit of wrestling as far as your body?
I would say the mindset. It makes you like you won't quit, you won't give up. You know, you put yourself through adversity, and you are willing to put yourself through the most pain and suffering to get the end result, which is win, right? To get that pin or to win a medal, right? Because in wrestling, you're trying to get first place.
Damn, that's a
Yeah.
good answer. I like that because when you see these MMA fighters and dudes who have mixed with martial arts
Yeah.
of any kind, like they're tough fuckers.
Yeah, they're tough.
You know, you don't trust me. You don't want to. Everyone knows this. You see a guy at the
With
bar.
cauliflower
You see
ears?
cauliflower. I'm good, brother.
I'm good. Yeah.
You touch my chick. All right, man. Don't do it again, though.
Yeah.
Like you ain't. Come on, dog. That's
Yeah.
just real shit.
Yeah, it's real shit. Yeah.
He'll put you down.
Yeah, or he has the chances of him doing it are high.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chances of you losing that fight are higher than like a regular person, I would say.
Yeah.
And if you're being smart, like statistics, yeah, like your chances of
They're real low.
they're real low. Yeah, unless you have experience too. Like if you have cauliflower ear, then you know you got a chance. But
Yeah.
like,
But you hardly see those guys walking around.
nah,
You
there's
know,
very few.
There's very few.
Yeah, just like there's very few people that have wrestled. You know, I think it's like only a select category of type of individuals that want to do things like that to themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have to put yourself through pain and suffering, and you have to want to do that. Because I've seen so many people quit because wrestling is a tough sport. Like you said, like I've seen a lot of people like that said they're about it, and then they do that sport, and then they'll fold, you know?
Yeah.
And I've seen that. And that's what I love about wrestling too. Like it made me who I am. That's why I'm a coach now, because of that. Because of what it taught me, the discipline, the toughness, you know, and now when as a coach, I can instill that into my clients, you know, and they can't tell me that they can quit or give up because I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
You know, so nobody can sit here.
You're like, you could do it.
Yeah,
Don't tell me you can't.
Yeah, don't tell me you can't do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I did it.
Yeah.
You know?
If I can do it, you can do it. That's my mentality. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that everybody has, you know, the capability to do things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what you said is going to stick with me, like the mindset of dudes who do things like that. You know, like I played soccer my whole life.
Yeah.
There's a different mindset for sure, but
Yeah.
it's not like this toughness. I wouldn't say soccer players are. I mean, I played it from 5 to 18. There's not tough guys there.
Yeah.
You know, but there's like the love of soccer is just different. I'm sure you knew guys who played soccer it's just a different style. But when you see some dude that like did karate or even though karate is like kind of like frowned upon, and MMA it's like, right?
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
Well, I think it all depends on the person, right? Like some people do think like karate's not a serious sport.
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
more for
I didn't
show.
want to say. I wanted to
Yeah.
let the guy that has 6 years in experience say that because I'm just a fucking podcaster. I'm just a guy.
Yeah. Yes.
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, no, but honestly, I have respect for people that do karate because it's a discipline, right?
Uh-huh.
At the end of the day, it's still something you have to learn, right? You have to learn the choreography. You have to learn the moves.
Yeah,
So,
no, for sure.
Yeah, so I respect that. Yeah, I respect that 100%. And it's
It takes
still,
discipline.
it
I
takes
mean, it's a
yeah.
discipline.
It's still hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it ain't wrestling.
but it ain't wrestling. Yeah, like I feel like karate is cool, right? It teaches you how to kick. It teaches you how to punch, how to throw a punch. So it's still a form of fighting that you can use on the streets. You know?
I would say like it's a good entry level for like
Yes.
if you wanna dabble in all that shit.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Like
yeah.
it's a good like, okay, I want to start fighting. Oh, boxing. How about we put you here first, and then
Yeah.
let's see if you like the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why kids do karate first.
Mm.
Yes.
You hear it here first, man.
Yeah.
We're fucking killing it right now. We're dissecting,
Yeah.
these disciplines and shit.
Yeah, we really are right now. Yeah.
You know, so you did wrestling your whole life. That's where it really like you wanted to be a like in the fitness world, or what was your aspirations? Like I'm pretty sure you weren't in high school and were like, I want to be a trainer, right?
To be honest, when I was in high school, I wanted to do something involved with fitness. Like I knew
Okay.
I knew I loved exercise, and I knew I loved fitness. Like I loved like putting myself through the training, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, how can I do this for life? You know,
Mm.
when I get older, you know, like to get paid to do this.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and I was like, I was thinking like, boxing, you know, MMA. I was thinking about all those routes.
yeah.
Like, cause I was already a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Like I already knew how to take people down, how to grapple people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt confident. So I was like, you know, like I could maybe, you know, try to box, learn how to box.
Yeah.
Cause that was the next discipline. You know, if I wanted to compete in MMA, I would have to get better hands.
Yeah. How old are you?
26.
26. So 18. This is when you're going through that. When you're thinking about that.
All those
The
thoughts.
mentality.
Probably like, yeah, 17, 18.
Okay. So 26.
16,
So
17.
26. That's 8 years ago. You were 18. So 8 years ago was 2018. Yeah, right around the time where MMA is like blossoming.
Right? Yeah.
Right?
I was part of that. I was
Yeah.
like, before McGregor, yeah. Right when like Aldo, Henan Barao.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember when those
I
guys
was
had
I
the
was
belts.
barely like getting into MMA. I haven't been. I love it now, but I was like a fair weather fan at that time. Like when obviously McGregor is the one that got me into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like most people.
Yes.
You know, and
Yeah.
but you're part of that. You're a lot younger than me. So I'm 31. So
Yeah.
you did come up in that time. You know, so that's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. I remember like watching UFC, like Aldo, Renan Barao, Uriah Faber, you know, like those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's completely different. Yeah.
If you were to fight, what weight? What weight class?
I would say, I mean, at the time when I was having those thoughts, I was thinking like 135, 140, because I was weighing that much at the time. High school, senior year.
So that means that.
I was gonna fight.
But you were gonna fight at like 22, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I would say they're 135 because
Yeah,
what are you, like 5'9"?
5'11".
No, he's 6'4", guys. He's six.
My
He's
driver's
a monster.
My driver's license says 6 foot.
All right, so yeah, I mean, damn, that's 135 for someone 5'11". I mean,
That's a big cut. Yeah.
O'Malley does it.
Yeah, but they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big cut.
Yeah.
So damn, so that's what got you into wanting to do that was what you wanted to do when you were getting out of high school.
Correct. Yeah, like
What-
fighting. Yeah.
What made you not do it? Because obviously you're not doing it.
Because so what happened was when I was 18, I committed a crime, and I went to jail.
Oh,
And,
shit.
Yeah, that really like sidetracked me from my plans.
How long were you in jail for?
Just 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, but those 6 months.
Damn,
like,
at 18 though.
At 18, yeah. During like the holidays too, like Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Oh shit.
Yeah, New Year's. Yeah.
Ah, damn, at
Yeah.
18,
Yeah.
your first crime.
Yeah.
You're locked up.
Yeah, in the holidays, yeah.
Man, how was that?
It was bad, man. It was bad, but good, because I learned a lot. Like I felt like I needed it. Like I needed it because the people in there, they told me things. They taught me things about life. Like it was kind of like a movie. That's what I tell people. I know like you're not really supposed to think that way, but I think like my life has been a movie, you know. And like that experience to me, like I was like, I'll never forget it. It was like a scene, like a movie, right? Like Blood in, Blood Out, you know, like that type of shit. But like the people in there were a lot more intellectual. Yeah, like they taught me a lot of things.
Shit.
The OGs, you know, the veteranos.
You didn't drop the soap in there?
Nah.
There wasn't
Nah.
no moments like that, like people think.
Yeah, honestly, that doesn't happen at all. Really, that doesn't happen.
You heard it here first, man. See?
Yeah. I feel like that's like common.
That's a misconception.
It's a common misconception.
Obviously,
yeah.
there's stuff that happens in there, but from what you've seen in 6 months,
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. No fruity stuff. Yeah, but I heard that happens in like the PC dorms. You know, the
what's
protective
that mean?
custody.
Oh, okay.
They call them the pickles because
The pickles.
they were green. They
Oh,
were
okay.
green. Yeah, those are the protective custody people are like snitches. You know.
Oh, okay.
Child molesters. You know.
Oh,
so,
shit.
yeah, so those people are separated from people like I was in general population with orange people that wear oranges.
Damn, 6 months at 18 in there, bro. That's crazy, man.
I had to
I'm
grow
trying
up.
to think of myself at 18. was a little dumbass kid.
Yeah, me too. And I was
know?
just like a little dumbass kid, and like I went in there, and I was like, fuck, like I gotta do 6 months with like a bunch of adults,
Grown, like,
grown men,
career criminals.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a criminal. Yeah, like I don't belong in here, 100%. Yeah.
What up?
What up? What up? Yeah, I didn't belong in there, and they knew that. They told me that. They would tell me like, hey, bro, like you don't belong here, and I was like, yeah,
bro. Like I've met you a handful of times, and like you're so like stoic, fool. You're not like, you don't seem like some fool that would commit a crime or nothing.
Right?
Like you or like even a wrestler, fool.
Yes.
Like you just seem like real calm, easy going. You know.
Yes, and I am, and I take pride in that. But that
your energy is really like.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Everyone tells me that. Like I'm always like chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, very chill, and that a lot of that is because of my experiences, like jail. Jail made me chill, you know, because like that hyperness, you know, and that like, you know, like I feel like when I was in jail I had to be more serious. So like when I got out, I kind of stayed serious, but I still know how to have fun, you know. Obviously,
Yeah.
But it just made me like, you know, see things different in life, and I'm not a serious person, I would say. I just felt like I'm more chill. There you go, because I don't react to things.
Yeah.
So I'm less reactive, and I'm just more chill. Yeah, like how you said.
You seem like you're not that you are high, but you seem like like stoned, like not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when stoners just seem like, damn, this was like just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you seem.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, every time I've seen you're pretty chill, easygoing guy, respectable too.
Yeah.
You know, but so you went from, you know, doing wrestling and then committing the crime. Then when you got out, that's what dissuaded you from going to
pursuing
like that
a career in. Honestly, I was gonna go for boxing because there's more money in that sport.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm being smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like gonna pursue boxing, but then when I was in jail, people were asking me about their nutrition, their health, and I was like, like maybe I could make.
Why were they asking you in jail?
Because I was like ripped. They saw my physique.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah. I was 18 and like I had a little six pack. I was like 140, 7% body fat. Like I was lean.
Pretty ripped.
I was pretty ripped. Yeah. They told me I looked like the ant from Bug's Life. Yeah.
That fool was yoked.
Yeah. But
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they also said like a Spartan from 300.
Okay.
So yeah, the people were like, hey, like, you know, how do I get flat abs, you know? And it started like that with questions like that.
Yeah.
And then at the time, I was just like, you know, like thinking about it, you know, like like I was already into fitness, yeah. And I was already like, I knew how to work out because of the wrestling, and I played football for a year. I forgot to mention that I played football for a year. Yeah, and that 1 year of playing football really helped too, because their training is completely different.
Yeah.
From wrestling too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of track and field stuff, a lot of running.
It's like cheetah shit. Yeah. You know, like quick.
Yes. Yeah, explosive. Yeah.
It's not like soccer. Soccer is a lot more like, we're doing this for a long time, fellas. Like running, you know, it's just a lot more. Bro.
Yeah, and you're wearing the pads.
It's just, yeah. You know.
Yeah.
So, from all that, you didn't do boxing. Like when did you get your certification to become a private trainer?
So I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one?
No, yeah.
Oh shit.
And that's one thing like I want to tell people too, like that you don't need one. You know, you just can do it if you're a good person, you have a good heart, and you genuinely want to help people. You can like train someone if you actually like put the time in to understand the human body and want to genuinely help people. You can do it. And because I've seen people with degrees that have done a shitty job at training people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and with certifications, and they just take people's money. So I think it's just like, if your intentions, right? Like how intentional are you with each person you have in that session, during that session? Are you going to give them what they're looking for? You know, if they have questions, are you going to be able to answer them? So what I did, I just made sure I had those answers by researching and being on top of it. And like,
so if someone had a question, you had an answer.
Correct. Like, hey, my back hurt. Why does my back hurt? Hey, my shoulder hurts. Why does my shoulder hurt when I do this exercise? And I wasn't like just befuddled. I wasn't like, oh, just keep doing the exercise. You know, it's part of it. You know, like that's pain. I feel like that's what a lot of people do. Like, oh, just keep doing it. It'll go away.
That's pain.
Yeah, it's part of exercise. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's an easy thing to say, but really, like I'm the type of person like I want to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You know, why do you feel that pain? You know, it could stem from something, and that's just from my years of playing sports. That's what I learned, because I learned like my own body, and I learned like when I would get injured, like how to fix myself back up, and how to make myself stronger, and in the little ways, not doing like big lifts, right? Like not the compound movements like bench, squat, deadlift, doing more like little things.
Yeah.
I feel like that helped me get stronger and prevent injury, right? Because at the end of the day, I noticed that a lot of people work out, but they're working out with pain and like injuries, and they don't know how to work out without the pain. So my thing is, I want to help people work out pain-free without the injuries. So over the years, I developed like kind of like a system on how to train the body in a way where you're bulletproofing it in a way. I call it bulletproofing the body, like bulletproof my knees so you don't tear it, right? So you don't blow your knees when you're like playing sports.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it, and
Yeah, because I seen some of your I obviously follow you on Instagram, and I've seen your stories, and they're not like, I'm into like meat and potatoes workouts. Not that you could tell. The camera slims you down, by the way, like 40 pounds. You know, I'm much bigger.
yeah,
But I like meat and potato shit.
yeah,
You know, but
like
this
C-bum,
just like bench,
yeah,
meat and potatoes.
yeah.
But your shit is not meat and potatoes.
No.
Your style working out, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, yes.
You know?
I like that. I like people like being like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. When I see some shit that you have your clients do, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know? You wanted to do that? That's intentional?
Yes, everything. I feel like everything, it all stems from like when I was younger, like I said, like being intentional, right? When I was younger, I didn't get a private trainer. You know, I didn't have the money to do that. So like I pretty much became the trainer I wanted, right? And I wanted to show people how to. What's up, Leo? I wanted to show.
Leo?
What's up, bro? How you doing? Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. I wanted to show people how to train that way.
Yeah.
You get me? So they can feel the way I feel. I feel great. You know, I feel like I don't have injuries. I feel like I'm really strong. My bones are resilient. So I just wanted to reciprocate that to other people, you know, and like as I got older, I found a way to implement it to my clients, you know. Obviously not right away, right? Because people start off from the basics. Yeah. So I had to develop a system to like get them from the basics, and then to eventually get them there to that level to do the crazy workouts.
Do some of those workouts you came up with, or you've seen, or what percentage would you say? Because
like
the shit that I
like
see,
that question. Yeah.
Honestly, I think you make that shit up.
Yeah, honestly, some people do think that. A lot of my clients think like, damn, did you just make this up right now, like on the spot? And sometimes I do. But sometimes I get it from Instagram, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, sometimes it's just like a thought that I have in that moment. Like, ooh, we should do this.
Do you most of the time end up keeping them, or do you like get rid of them?
I honestly keep most of them. Everything that like pops up in my head, I keep most of it because I like it, you know? It's kind of like an encyclopedia in my head. I have like just a bunch of exercises, right? Because after you learn squat, bench, deadlift, and curls, I feel like that's just like the foundation.
We have meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes, yeah. But then after that, you gotta get more, you know? Learn more. And I think that's just what I did. I took the meat and potatoes, and then I added more to it, right?
Yeah.
I made a stew.
A stew. You heard it. You heard it, man. Yeah, because I be seeing shit on, I'm like, literally, I'll be like, what the fuck? But, I mean, I don't just see one person doing it. Like, you have a lot of people doing it. So, obviously, people fuck with it.
Yes.
You know?
And that's, you know, it's crazy. When I first started training people, other trainers would tell me, like, don't do workouts like that. Like, your clients are not going to stay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. Because
do you feel like that was coming from a good place, or maybe
at the time, they probably meant it in a good way, yeah, at the time. Or it could be like a little envy, right? Yeah. But I try not to think that way. I try to think like, you know, give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
So I thought like they're just meaning it in a good way, you know, because at the time when I started training, I was 18. I was still young. So a lot of people were telling me what to do, you know? I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do.
So when you got your, when you say you don't have a certification, what's called, when did you start getting the clients, or
Okay,
your
so
friends, or how did that start?
all right, so after that jail experience, I got out. I did like a restaurant job. I did like recycling. I was doing odd jobs, working 2 jobs in one day type stuff, just getting money. And then I
Yeah.
got into an accident, like a car accident, and then there was a gym, self-made. At the time, they were hiring trainers, right? And they didn't require certifications, and I think that was the thing, because 24, all those
Wow,
big gyms required certifications.
that's crazy. um a lot of people think that they do. I thought every gym, if you want to be a trainer, you need one.
Yeah, I think it's a misconception.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
misconception.
because when I started training, I thought that too. I was like, do I need a certification, to
Yeah,
start? And they were like, nah, you can just start. They told me
as
like,
long as you have people who want
yeah,
to pay you to train them.
correct.
Wow.
Yeah,
See that?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So, sorry, I fucking cut you off.
No, you're good.
It's just like blowing my mind. Like, you don't need a
Nah,
certification.
yeah, no, it blows a lot of people's mind. Even,
Yeah.
yeah, other people with certifications, like other trainers. I remember like a couple years back, I was talking to like I would say a OG trainer, right? A veteran that's been in the game, like a 40-year-old or a 40-year-old, but they've been training for like 10 plus years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they told me like, hey, you got your certification? And like,
You're like,
no, yeah. And then they were just like, dang, because the things you do, it would seem like you do.
oh wow.
Yeah, because they were impressed.
So that was you kind of like,
Yeah, pat myself on the back right there.
you're like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that made me feel like I'm working towards something good. Like
Yeah.
I'm not just like fucking like I'm not just training people and like having to do stupid workouts. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually
It looks right.
professional,
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, because my thing is like you have to train for life. You're not training for a bodybuilding show. You have to train to be able to physically like play with your kids,
Yeah.
to freaking chop wood up. You get me? You have to train for like life. You never know like if shit pops off like zombies. You got to be able to run.
Who's gonna carry the boat?
Who's gonna carry the boats? Shout
Right?
out David Goggins. Yeah. Yeah, but like yeah, shit like that. Like that's the way I think.
Yeah, I
like,
see you on your Instagram. Sometimes you'll just do like random, like you're
Yeah.
somewhere and you're just
Yeah.
like do some random shit.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
like that.
You're
Yeah,
promoting what you're trying to do.
yeah, yeah.
Move.
Yeah,
Basically,
just
you're
move.
saying.
Yeah, just move the body. Just move the body, and I think that's people try to overcomplicate it. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. You just gotta simplify it. Just move. Yeah, just go outside, go run, go on a hike.
Yeah.
Ride your bike. Start off like that, and
Yeah.
then you don't really have to hit the weights. You can move, like you said, move your body, and you can still like find a way to get strength.
Mm.
People try to think like, oh, I need to learn how to use the weights
I need this protein. I need
Yeah.
this creatine. I need
Yeah.
before I go.
before I even go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can go. No, you just gotta go now. You gotta start now, and you gotta make that habit
Yeah.
because humans, we're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that habit, then you're gonna still be that same person,
Mm.
right? And that's the thing. People need to establish healthy habits, and a lot of us have bad habits, and then that's why we're the same person
That's true.
we are because I heard this quote that said, if 5 years from now, you're gonna be the person from the habits you do today.
Mm.
Now, the things you're doing today, 5 years from now, that's gonna make or break you. If you're like doing a bunch of like positive things right
Yeah.
now and good habits,
5 years.
boom, it could change a lot. Yeah, but if you're doing like vale verga shit and like you don't have good habits, then those habits are gonna decide your future.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, like who you are in the next 5 years.
What do you
Yeah.
got to say to earlier I called him, by the way, and I asked him a question,
Man.
and the question was, what do you got to say to people who want to start to be a trainer? What's your advice to them?
My advice to them is to start. Yeah, don't hold yourself back. Don't think like I can't do this, like, or don't even think that way. Yeah, just do it. Like if you have that thought, God put it in your head for a reason. That's the way I think because
Jump on it.
jump on it. Yeah, before it's too late. And I feel like that will get you places. Because when I had that thought, I was incarcerated, nowhere near like the tools.
Yeah.
I had that thought, but I jumped on it. As soon as I got out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look for a gym,
Yeah.
a gym that's like hiring people, and like that doesn't require certs, because I want to get started now.
Yeah.
Nah, like I didn't want to wait because I went to a 24 and they were
They're
like, yeah,
you need a cert.
yeah, and I was like, I didn't want to pay, and I didn't want to like do the classes. I
Yeah.
hate classes. Remember, I was bad at school, right? So I just didn't want to go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of just went to a gym that was just like hiring, and they just gave me an opportunity. Really, they gave me an opportunity. Shout out them for giving me the opportunity.
Who gave you the opportunity?
Dre and Grant.
Dre and Grant.
Yeah.
Where were they at?
At Self-Made Rancho.
Self-Made Rancho.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out, yep. And that honestly helped my career tremendously because being in that environment, that gym was like one of the most popping gyms at the time. Yeah, because at the time, all these self-mades were opening up, and there was like private training facilities. They were different from 24, from all these
Their
commercial
machines
gyms.
too. I think that's what. When I see that shit, it's like, whoa,
All
that's
red.
a crazy machine. Yeah. All red. It's pretty cool.
And they had graffiti on the walls.
Yeah. I mean, the name's hard too. Self-made.
Yeah, self-made.
Everyone thinks they're self-made, which for the most part they are. It's like, yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how long were you there for?
I was there from 2018 till 2021.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was
3 years.
3 years, yeah. But those 3 years were like, I felt like I made a lot of progress in those 3 years as a trainer, right? My first year, I was like learning things, you know. Like I said, people were telling me how to train instead of me training the way I wanted to, because I was still like learning it. And that's another thing. When you start off training, and if you want to learn how to train, you kind of just got to do it. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm ready, you know.
Yeah.
You get ready by doing it and by learning in the process. You know? You kind of like got to learn. You got to fuck up. You got to fail. Like when you get your first clients, you might not do a good job, you know. And
they might not come back.
They might not come back. Yeah, really. Yeah. Or they might come back because they might love your training.
Yeah.
You know, or the way you think, right? You might be a positive person that they need in their life. And that's what I learned too about training. It's not just like a coach, right? Sometimes people pay for trainers because they need that positive encouragement in their life because it's negative, you know? And a lot of people pay for trainers to like as a friend too. Like they need that relationship. Man, and like when I first started training, I didn't think that way. I was just trying to train people, right? But as I got older and I realized like you really have to build a relationship with all your athletes, and that's what I've been doing, and that's why I feel like my business is pretty good because I've built a relationship with every single person that I've trained.
I like that.
And I can call them, you know, I can give them a call and be like, hey, how you doing, you know?
That's a good for someone who's like coming up. Like, let's say their first 2 years or a year into that, I feel like that's fucking good advice.
Yeah.
Like, hey, brother, it's not, or 2024, hey, women.
Yeah.
Like, you don't got to just worry about, you know, looking at videos to help someone get bigger or leaner or whatever. Work on your people skills.
That part. Yeah.
You know?
100%. Yeah, because I used to think it was like I need to get these people in shape and I need to like do this. And I feel like I wish someone would have told me that, you know, to work on my people skills, to learn how to build relationships, because that's what's keeping my business afloat still. It's not like the workouts, you know. It's part of that too, like, you know, being intentional and like doing your research so that you know that your clients are doing like the best workouts for themselves, right? You're not just making them do random workouts either.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I do like crazy workouts, but at the same time there's research and studies, you know, that show the benefits.
Like you've worked out enough to be like, hey, let's try this. Correct. And then when you do it, you're like, oh damn, I feel it right there.
Yes.
Right?
And yes, because sometimes you do workouts and you don't feel it.
Yeah, you don't.
And so that's why I have people try these crazy workouts because they might feel it.
Yeah.
And then oftentimes they'll be like, holy shit, I never felt that muscle before. Yeah. And in a way, I think it's like therapy because they're learning how to use their body, you know, and they're learning more about themselves, and they're getting that mind and muscle body connection a lot better because they're learning through these exercises. They're correcting their form, their posture, and their muscle imbalances, because these exercises are, like you said, they're very hard and they take a lot of focus. Yeah. So it's not like an isometric exercise, right? Like a bicep curl where you're just isolating that bicep.
Yeah.
Like
it's a whole.
It's a whole, like, everything's going on. You're thinking your feet, your arms, you know, everything's engaged. Yeah. Like, it's full body.
What's one thing about training that you didn't know that came along with it? Like, came along with the, being a trainer? Was it that part where you're like, whoa, I also am kind of like a therapist for them
That
in a
part,
sense?
100%. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
When I first became a trainer, I was naive. Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna train people, and I'm just gonna get them good results, and that's it.
Next thing you know,
And I'm
he's
not gonna
like,
talk to them,
yeah.
and next thing I know, they're crying.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it's deep.
Yeah.
Crying, talking about their lives,
Yeah.
breaking down, and like I may not have expected that, but I feel like like if that's what you chose, you have to kind of like step up, right? And
Yeah.
to if you really want to do it,
Yeah.
because some people they'll be like, nah, like no, like
Like, they'll give you that vibe, I'm assuming, right? Like,
correct, yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, but I feel like God wants me to tell them something.
Yeah.
If they're crying out to me, telling me something, venting to me about their life, like why not give them advice? Like as their coach, like I could make or break.
Yeah.
Like what I say can really affect them.
Yeah.
So I started seeing that, like that I'm not just their trainer.
Yeah.
I'm more of a coach, like a lifestyle coach. Like I'm helping these people change their lives, like with mental wise too,
Yeah.
not just with their body. So I realized that like my words are powerful, very powerful,
Yeah.
so like you really gotta like when you have those clients, like yeah, you're building a relationship with them. And I did not expect it at first when I first started training, but as time went on, I understood it, and then I like pretty much
Embraced it.
yeah. Watered the plants. Yeah, I kept watering the plants, and to this day I still got to do that. To this day I still send texts to my clients. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Throughout the day, like 20 people, you get me? Like not like different texts, not like a group text, right? Like
Yeah.
each individual person checking up on them.
And your clients, how many are men and how many are female, percentage wise?
I would say like 90% are women and 10% are
Oh,
men.
wow.
Yeah.
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 That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I already developed a theory on it. A lot of it I think is ego, because men don't want to train with another man and like admit that man knows more than them. And when I started training, that's always been a common theme. Like men, they wouldn't want to train with me because like, oh, like you box, oh yeah, but you never competed professionally. Like that's not enough, for me. But women are more
Open-minded.
open-minded. Like, oh, you may not have competed professionally, but like
you seem to know what.
you're doing,
Yeah.
and like I want to try it, and like let me give it a try. You get me? Men don't even try.
Yeah.
Because they're just stuck in that ego. You get me? That wall that just says like, oh, like I'm not even gonna try. And then most women, they try it and then they end up loving it.
Yeah, because I see a lot of your videos are. Do you think your boxing ones are the ones? I haven't seen your views, but you post a lot of boxing ones. Is that the reason why? Because you get more views, or you feel like that's what people are into right now? Your boxing stuff.
I think that's just what people are always going to be into. That's one market that I've always tapped into. When I started training, I always promoted the boxing, because when
you promote that a lot.
Yeah, when I first started training, I knew that was like my niche. Like I had to do it, like because that's what sets me apart too. Because in the training world, right, that we all have trainers that do like bodybuilding,
Yeah.
certain types of workouts, and I was like, how do I set myself apart? So I wanted to be like a hybrid trainer. Like
You are. I
Yeah.
see it on
Yeah.
your stuff.
yeah, like I do mitt work.
Yeah.
I teach people how to box, but I also teach people how to use the weights, right?
Yeah.
In a fun, functional manner. Like I teach people how to be athletes. So
Yeah.
that's just like, for me, I feel like the boxing was, for me, someone taught me how to box. So like I wanted to teach other people how to box, because I wrestled, and then once I wrestled, I boxed right after. So once I changed disciplines, I was like, damn, I love this shit. Like I love boxing, and I wanted I wanted other people to feel that too, like the love that I felt for boxing. And I wanted like people to hit things, because it feels good to hit things, like not not people, but like hit things, you know, because it releases stress. And
and it's not as easy as it looks.
that too, like it's a challenge. Yeah,
It is.
And
Would you say that a misconception is that trainers are fucking their clients, female clients? Do you think that's a misconception?
I would say that I hear that a lot. Yeah, I hear that a
That
lot.
they are?
Yeah, and I hear that a lot. Like through like the people that don't go to gyms, right?
Uh-huh.
I hear that like they're afraid to let their girls train with trainers because of that reason.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And
So throughout
I don't
your
blame them.
gym community, you hear that a lot.
Yeah,
Wow.
correct. Yeah,
Hear that.
yeah, and I don't blame them. Yeah. So another thing, you have to be very watchful on who you pick as a coach or a trainer. You know, there's a lot of like wolves out there. You gotta watch out.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are. Yeah, you gotta watch out. Yeah, because like I said, there's not people like there's good apples and bad apples. You know, like there's in every category, every job field. So
Damn.
there's good trainers and then there's bad trainers.
Who
you
are
know?
just like, I'm trying to see if I could get some while I'm doing this and paid.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Not genuine people.
So
you
it
know?
ain't, from your experience, it ain't just like something on the internet. It's
real.
It's real.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people like they portray that they're like these santos, you know, and like that like oh like these are top-notch trainers, you know, and like their Instagram looks dope, you know, and it looks professional, but like I said, like yeah, they when you meet them, you know, you see, you know, the type of person they are, and I think that's fucked up because like there's a lot of people out there that want to get quality training,
Yeah.
and then they get stuck in that like like for example somebody that wants to get a trainer and then they get this trainer, you know, and then
He's just trying to be cheeks.
yeah that type of stuff. Well,
Damn.
that's very common, and I think that's like it's like kind of like dude, it's not fair because these people are actually trying to get like their minds right.
Yeah.
You know, and then these people are actually trying to like grow, and like you're taking advantage of that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like instead of actually like nurturing them and like teaching them, like, and that's what I mean, like personal training, like if you're gonna do it, genuinely want to care about people and like their fitness and their health goals.
Yeah. Not just wanna picar.
Yeah, there's malditos, yeah. Yeah.
But what another question I wanted, what's your thoughts on man, but you don't really deal with women, I mean men. 10% you said. I was gonna say on steroids in the gym, you know?
I see a lot of that too. I pick up like steroid bottles or like the little syringes, Anavar. I see it.
Yeah.
I've like over the years of me training, I've seen a lot of usage.
Over the years.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a lot of people in the gym.
Do you think that's cool, or because in my opinion, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because you still gotta come in. It ain't like you take it and then you wait 2 weeks and then you're big. Like you still gotta come in and put the work. You know?
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with that. There's a lot of people that agree with that. My brother too. He's like so what? You know, if you take steroids, you're still gonna put in the work. But me personally, I just grew up like being a fan of hard work, and like just like I wrestled, right?
Yeah.
So in wrestling, like I was just so used to just working hard, and just conditioning, and like I never took stuff. You know? And then as I got older too, I did boxing, never took stuff. So I just always been a fan of just being more holistic, going the natural route, because I feel better.
Yeah.
Like my mind, my heart, you know, like, yeah, the steroids make you look good. You'll look good.
But it'll probably fuck you, most likely will fuck you up long
on the
term.
inside. Yes, most likely.
Long term, huh?
Yes, very likely. Yeah, long term. And that's what I mean. Like, yeah, like it's more like one of those short term pleasure things.
Yeah.
And like I see what I'm saying is like it's long term. Like I wrestled, I boxed, and that took, of course, over 10 years of my life that it took from me, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because like I got a nice physique from it, you know, and
just take longer, right?
Yeah, and I was still training. I was still strength training through that while learning those disciplines. I was still using the weights.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. People need to pick up like jujitsu. People need to pick up like sports, like or activities. You know, move.
You get your mind off work.
Yeah, get your mind off work. Yeah.
Get your mind off pussy.
Yeah.
Dick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go fucking do something that's gonna be like, I gotta get this done right now. You know, and that's one thing. Like, I go to the gym, but when I'm there, I think about what's right there in front of me. Like, I gotta finish this shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not worried about something else right now. Like that just dawned on me. Like, Yeah, when I'm doing the weight, I'm like, fuck,
That's
I gotta
really
get,
good. Yeah.
I gotta get 4 10s right here.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
damn, all right, 2 more.
Yeah, yeah. Me to this day. That's how I get through my
You know?
workouts. I was like, damn, I gotta do 3 sets of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's
But
just
that's
do
what's
this. Let's
cool
just do
about
this
working
one.
out, that
Yeah.
you're just worried about that. You're not worried about whatever problems you got going on.
Yeah,
know?
that's a great point that you said, because I tell that a lot to my clients, and
Yeah.
people bring that up to me too. Like, that's what they love boxing, because the boxing, it really helps them not focus on life,
Yeah.
and they just get to focus on just the numbers, the combinations, and it's one of those things that, like, you get to, like you said, it's a distraction
Yeah.
from the world.
From the world. Then you put your phone down. Then once you're done with your workout, well, I mean, you don't see it no more, but you go to your world as you're walking out, back to your life. And
Yeah,
shit,
and you feel like a sense of like clarity and like almost weightlessness, right? After
Yeah.
a workout, you feel like the weight
Yeah.
is lifted.
Like, you know what I hate about people sometimes, and they'll be like, I love working out. Like, I love being there, and I'm like, I hate being there. I
Yeah.
think it's the feeling that people like is after.
Correct. That
You
they're
know,
addicted to. Yeah.
That feeling, like,
Yeah.
I just got that done.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what I like more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like walking
the
in.
during
Yeah,
and
and
the-
like
the
getting up to
before.
that mountain,
Yes.
It's
Yes.
the peak up there, and then you like
Yeah. Yeah.
start feeling like, oh shit, I do look a little better today,
Okay.
know?
Yeah, I like
think
that. 100%.
I think that's the feeling that I'm
People-
into more than
Yeah.
I don't think people love being here,
Yeah.
In that sense. That's my opinion. There's probably people who do,
Yeah.
and what do you got to say to people who are like wanting to start fresh potato couch or
Couch potatoes.
couch potatoes,
Yeah.
like, that are like in their phone, like, man, I want to work out, but what do you got to say to them?
I gotta say, like I said earlier, like, if you're gonna do something, you gotta start. Because if you just think about it, it's gonna be a thought, and then you're gonna let that thought pass by you. You gotta act on the thought. As soon as you get that thought in your head, you gotta do it. And I think if you don't act on it, you just get more lazier, and then you're establishing that connection in your mind. Like,
Yeah.
that you're going to do that every time. So you kind of, if you have that thought, just do it. And like, if you're one of those people that are stuck at home or stuck on the couch, and it's just hard, you're thinking about it, but like you're wanting to, but like you can't do it. The best advice I could say is just start, because I was like that too. We were all there.
Yeah.
We all start like that. We all start like
That's
that.
another thing too I wanted to bring up, because I was super into it during COVID, like in 2019, 2021. Like, I gained like 20, like, not good pounds,
Yeah.
but like from what I was,
Uh-huh.
like I felt bigger. It wasn't fucking all muscle, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was bigger from what I am. I'm a skinny dude, so I went from like 165 to like 185 or 80 of like from lifting in those 2 years. But then, like, I went 2 weeks without going, and then then I went a whole year,
Ooh.
a year and a half or something like that.
Mhm.
Have you ever gone through something like that?
That's a great question.
Or you've always just been going?
So, like, as long as I can remember, since I started running, remember I told you in this like 7th grade,
Yeah.
once I got that feeling, like I was out of shape in my head, like I felt like, damn, I'm out of shape. As a seventh grader, I was like, damn, like, you shouldn't feel this way. So ever since then, I felt like I've been on a non-stop. Like, I didn't stop. And that's because of me choosing to wrestle. Because when I chose to wrestle, that taught me consistency. Because when I chose
Yeah.
to wrestle, our coach would make us wrestle on the holidays, on freaking the days you didn't want to, like Christmas.
What do you think people like me were going through when I went through that? What do you think that is?
I would
Because
say
there's a lot of people. I'm not alone
it's-
there.
Yeah, you're not
People
alone.
do that.
Yeah, you're not alone, and it's something that it's very common, and I've been trying to get to the bottom of too. Because as a
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, because
Yeah.
as a coach, like, I don't want people to go through that. You get me?
Like 6 months of like good, and then
Boom.
boom.
Yeah, it happens.
It
I've
happens.
noticed it's very common in the fitness world. And my theory is, I think it's, well, a lot of people call it burnout, right? They say, like, it's burnout. You get me? Because you're just going,
Yeah.
and then you burn out, and you just can't no more. Your body can't no more. like you can't
Just get
sustain it.
lazy.
Yeah, it just gets lazy.
That's what happened to me. I was just lazy.
And your muscles are like super fatigued. You're super tired.
You get your own excuses like, nah, I'm good. I went for 6 months straight. 2 weeks off, right?
Yeah,
And
stuff,
it
it's
could
mental,
help.
yeah.
2 weeks could help, but don't let 2 weeks turn into
4
2 months.
That part, yes,
You
because
know
like
what I'm
it's
saying?
okay to rest. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't like people thinking like, oh, it's all about the grind. 24/7, 7 days a week. You gotta work out.
Yeah.
No, you just gotta do it 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And just that's sustainable.
Yeah.
3 days a week.
That is.
Yeah, it's very sustainable that you can do for life.
Yeah,
And then
I like that.
do your little walks throughout the week. Get your steps in, go on a bike ride, do hikes. I love hikes because like you're getting a lot of walks. I mean, you're getting a lot of steps in, and that's what matters too. Like you're stepping, and then I think like when you do stuff like that, it allows you to like not burn out. Because if you're like in the gym all the time, then that's what I noticed. That's very common, like for people to burn out. But if you're like I said, 3 days a week, and then those other days you're doing hikes, you're doing other things. And you're giving your muscle and your mind a chance to relax and think about other things. And not only that, but mobility. I think adding different types of training regimens to your training helps people not burn out. Because if you think about it, if you're just doing weight training, right, like how you were just doing like the weights,
Yeah.
right, your body's going to burn out eventually. Because
Switch it up.
Yes,
Switch it up.
swimming. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, switch it up, and then so you don't burn out. And then like, not only that, but like yoga. Because
Stretching.
Yeah, stretching. Because your muscles. Think about it. Those 6 months you were going hard, and your muscles got tight.
And I wouldn't stretch like that.
No, yeah.
You know what's crazy, dog?
Not only you, a lot of people don't stretch.
I'm 31 now, and this year I've been stretching a lot before, like, in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Like, not this crazy 20-minute stretch, but like my hips.
Yeah.
And bro, you do feel the difference. You do feel like when I don't, I feel like fatigued faster throughout my day, and when I do, I don't feel that pain.
Correct. Because there's less blood flow in your hips. When you do those stretches, you're creating blood flow in your hips, and you're allowing your hips.
You
could feel it.
Yeah.
I used to be like that too. Like I would work out for years, and I did reach a point where like I felt like a burnout, right, coming. But right when I felt that, you know what I did? I switched it up. Yeah. During COVID, I'll never forget. I started doing mobility training, and that changed up everything for me. Like my legs, my hips. Like I used to feel tight. Like damn, I don't want to work out no more because I just feel tight. And then I started doing mobility, and it's like stretching. Yeah. Mobility is like you're strengthening, and like you're doing exercises. Really, they're strength training exercises, but like for your small intricate muscles, right? And to build up mobility, like better range of motion. Like frog poses, the world's greatest stretch.
I like that one. It feels good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it looks fruity, but
yeah. It's honestly one of the best stretches in the planet. It feels amazing, and I'm gonna tell you a fact. That pose, it releases tension and fear from years ago, that we store in our hips. Like humans store fear, trauma, in their bones. Like if you really think deep, I think deep like that. Like exercise is not just surface level, you get me? Like we're working like deep, like when you do like the frog pose, you're releasing trauma from years ago from your hips, stress.
Well, that's one thing people don't stretch enough, hips.
Yeah, and that's why they're all tight, and then they can't squat, they got knee pain, because when you get tight hips, it leads to knee pain because your hips are so tight. Like your knees are gonna cave in because you don't have no support, and then your back starts acting up. Because at the end of the day, our muscles are all connected, right? So when you have tight hips, the muscles get tight, and then like your muscles don't want to work no more. But that's why like you're noticing those changes in your body.
Yeah, I like stretching. I at least do it like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Like right before like I do anything, I like to do the like where you get on your stomach, go like that. What's that shit called?
That's called the Cobra pose.
Yeah, Cobra. Yes. That one feels fucking great.
Dude, it's one of the best ones. Like everything you're saying is great. Yeah. Like I make my clients do those things.
Yeah, I like that. It feels like you feel so good. It just like you hold it there.
Yeah.
Louis, to put a bow on the pod, I wanted to ask you what is your thoughts on influencers in the gym? do you think that's a positive thing or a bad thing, or what do you think? It's shit mostly positive, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's positive. Yes, I'm noticing
So
like.
why I asked that is because I've seen a lot of viral videos of people
Mhm.
like hating on, not hating, but like getting upset if someone's recording themselves at the gym. You seen those?
Correct. Yes, I
Yeah.
see a lot of
What do
a
you?
lot of backlash
Yeah. Like.
for people recording themselves.
Yeah.
And I hear it too. Like, I have people tell me too how they feel. Like they voice their how they feel. Like, there's cameras around. I don't like when people have their camera out. And I think a lot of it is just insecurities.
Yeah.
Really, because if people were more confident in themselves, they wouldn't really mind.
True.
And I just think that these people are setting an example. Like they're recording themselves and they're confident. They're showing their confidence.
Yeah.
And I think that just intimidates people.
And sometimes some people like to record because they like to look at it 6 months and
there
then
you go.
and then
Yes. Yeah. They're doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
They're doing it for themselves. And that's what I like to do. I like to see my progress.
Yeah, that's one thing
my
that I
form.
think that social media was great for. It has helped fitness world a lot.
Tremendously.
You
Like props.
Motivates people.
Yeah. And thank you to those fitness influencers because they're bringing more people, right, that have never worked out before in their lives to the gym.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because of them, like, being confident enough to record themselves, they're actually helping people that go to the gym. And
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's great for influencers to go to the gym and, like, post themselves. And I even want regular people to do it because I hear a lot of people.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people that are just like,
See their progress.
yeah, there's people that aren't influencers, right? And they record themselves too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people like try to talk shit like, oh, you're not an influencer, so why the fuck are you recording yourself?
Yeah.
But like, bro,
I'm
like,
not an influencer. We're recording our conversation.
no, yeah, but like that don't matter because like we're just spreading positivity, yeah, and that's what it's about. Like, yeah,
That's why I started my pod, because I'm like I feel like I'm good at getting people to tell their story and get comfortable, and like, bro, there might be someone who's listening who's like, mobility, I need to do that, or someone who's like gassed on whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
I need to switch it up. Boom.
Yeah.
If it's one person, boom, that's what
Yeah.
I want. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's all I ever want. Yeah, that's what I tell people. Like, if I can just get one person, yeah, to like change their life, really, because that's what this is. I've noticed like throughout the years of me doing this, you have to change your life. You have to like
Yeah.
stop what you used to do, like eating out, going out, partying, and you have to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You have to change your bad
your whole
habits.
life.
Yeah, you have to change your whole life
Stop
around.
drinking.
Stop drinking. And
You drink?
No, I haven't drank like in years, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like. When I first wrestled, I remember I would never touch alcohol because I didn't want to feel the effects, and I felt like it was gonna mess up my wrestling. So like I could
For
honestly,
sure.
I didn't drink till I was like 22. Like yeah.
And when was the last time you drank?
I want to say like a couple months ago.
That's right.
Yeah, cause like
Yeah, when I drink a beer, water. Beer, water.
yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to get fucked up. I just like the social aspect of
Yes.
drinking, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get fucked up, you know? I'm not like,
Correct.
hey, shots. Like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to party poop if the first round everyone's getting a shot.
Yeah.
Let's do a shot.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, who's got the next one? Let's do it next. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
But Louis, thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you want to say to future clients, your clients right now? Anything you wanted to say?
Yes, there is something I want to say. I want to say thank you for having me on this podcast.
Thank you, bro. I like your
Yes, sir.
vibe.
Yes, sir.
Cool guy.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. And I want to say thank you to all my clients for the past 6 years that have been training with me. And thank you for everyone that has trained with me in the past. And I want to say thank you to everyone that supports my business. And I want to say, like, if you are new to exercise or new to fitness, go ahead and, start now. Don't hesitate. Do it, because you're going to sit back and you're going to be like, damn, time really flew by. Don't let life take you by. You just got to start. Like, you can't be the type of person that just waits. You got to go for things in life and just go for it. And then pretty much that's it. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Shout out my guy Louis.
Yes, sir.
New Breed Fitness on
Yeah.
IG. That's all you got, IG?
I got TikTok too. Same thing. New Breed Fitness.
New Breed Fitness.
Got YouTube, but I don't really post on there. But I'm gonna start.
You should.
Yeah. I want to
Put
start.
your shorts.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Put
posting
the
shorts.
videos that you do unboxing, put them on there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know? We're going to wrap it up here. thank you to my guy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to
Chris.
everybody who keeps trying to be on the pod, listen to the pod. Shout out to your gym, man.
Yes,
Shout
out 6 Cents, located in Ontario, California, in the IE.
In the IE.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to everyone who comes here. Everyone didn't look at me funny for having my shit.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, I don't come here. They were all cool.
Yes.
Louis is respected in here. People know him a lot. And I just want to shout out to this gym and anybody who comes in this gym, and just know that no one's tripping on you in here. From my experience. Yeah, that's it, man. Thanks, Louis. Thanks to everybody. Spitballin Podcast.
Yeah, peace.